This is actually disgusting, is what it is. So today we're at 15,400 trophies, and we're going to try and win with 2.1 3-card cycle, Evolve Mortar, Evolve Ice Spirit, Vines cycle. So it's pretty much just Mortar. We're trying to chip down with Mortar, and if you didn't get the memo, they've actually changed it so champions, going forwards, not yet, and this is why we're abusing this gimmick in the game until they get rid of it. They've changed it so that champions will no longer allow for a 3-card cycle. Now, if you don't know what that means, you obviously cannot have 2 champions on the board at the same time, which means that once a champion's on the board, you can cycle to every card in 3 cards instead of 4. This was a gimmick that I liked a lot. Once they removed damage amplification, it was my new one, and they have since changed that now. They're changing it to making it able to have 2 champions on the board. You can mirror champions. They're making it so that basically you can't abuse the 3-card gimmick. So I decided, let's abuse it while it's still in the game. And that's what I'm thinking. So the cards that I'm choosing to cycle really quickly and take advantage of is the Mortar and the Ice Spirit. You can see I'm already at the Ice Spirit evolution, and I'm cycling a Mortar here. And I was thinking of playing Evo Wall Breakers and Evo Skeleton Barrel, but I've kind of already done that. And between Vines and Little Prince 3-card cycle, like, this is fucking gross. This really is like maximum gimmick, and that's what I live for. If Supercell are going to take everything that I know and love in terms of gimmicks away from me in this game, so be it. I'm going to just abuse all the broken cards for as long as possible until they delete them. And that's what I'm thinking today. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Anything you want me to like cycle really quickly. The thing is, if it's an expensive card like Expo or Rocket, like I was thinking of doing Rocket Cycle, but the thing is, the problem with Rocket Cycle is it's not about, like, it's about the elixir. I can't afford rockets all the time, but these cheap cards, getting the Mortar evolution so quickly and getting the Ice Spirit so quickly is just unfair. I mean, I could try and play just like literally Dart Goblin cycle with like Ice Spirit evolution and Skeleton's evolution, and that might be kind of nasty just because of the fact that those cards, like getting those evolutions like in a 0.9 cycle over and over again, just cannot be fair for defense, and that will be actually a challenge. But right now, I want to try and win a game with this tactic. I'm going for the Evo Mortar abuse, basically. It's just because I'm getting Evo Mortar so much, it should feel illegal. And so far, that is proving pretty correct. The Evo Mortar gets a ton of value. Little Prince is going kind of crazy. The slow is actually helping me out there. All right, we go for an ability here. I think, yeah, that will actually go for the Mortar, which is not exactly what I would want, but holy Ice Spirit clutch. Little Prince is on machine gun mode. Berserky? Berserky's actually getting nerfed, which is devastating. They're nerfing like 27,000 cards, and they are buffing nothing. Yep, they're buffing nothing. So that's kind of good, I guess. At least things aren't broken as much anymore. But, you know, we love the broken cards. That's what we live for. Anyway, let me go for this. I don't really know what the fuck's going on right now. I'm attempting to kill stuff at the bridge, which is pretty unwise. And I feel like I kind of wasted my Evo Mortar there. But the good thing is, it's not like a big deal, because the whole point of this video is that I'm getting to these cards so quickly that it's not a big sacrifice. So I should have just gone for my Evo Mortar on defense. I'm just constantly cycling them over and over. Okay. And this is the great thing. Against sweats like this, who are playing P.E.K.K.A.s in the back, it gives me an opportunity to cycle my Mortar on defense, and then I can try and get my Evo one for offense. So this is a thing that's happening for sure. So I'm going to go like this and this and this. Okay, he went for a lightning, and Berserky's going to hack that baby dragon down. Okay, I did not actually mean to let my Little Prince die there. There was like 10,000 things happening over there. And Mortar's getting some chip damage on the tower, which is quite nice. Let's go for a Berserky to stop the bandit dash. And we've got our Evo Ice Spirit, so let's go for a Little Prince. Let's go for an East Spirit to tank that first hit, and then hopefully Skeletons can... Okay, good work, Skeletons. Really fucking fantastic job. Alright, so he's going for that. You know what? Let's go for an Evo Mortar on offense here. He might go for a Vines. And, okay. Alright, little bro. Let's try and get another Ice Spirit down. Let's go for another defensive Mortar, because we will not choke this game. I refuse. He Vines the tower there. And we can just kind of go for a Vines here. And we're cycling Mortars like crazy. Cycle another one here, because the next one's going to be evolved. And then we go for a Vines here. That's going to be Vines value. We actually get a hit on the tower as well. And, okay, this guy's kind of fucking spamming me, I'm not going to lie. Evo Ice Spirit just gets 10,000 worth of value there. freeze everything. Okay, I didn't get the ability off. Let's go for vines here just to not throw this. And then let's go for a mortar up high just to make sure that we do not lose and just spam a bunch of cards. And holy fucking smokes! That is going to be an easy, flawless, not even close first victory. So that's what I'm thinking. Spam the mortar as quickly as possible. Now that I've had that first game experience of such a sweat fest, I'm starting to think that maybe this was not the best idea, but I'm not going to lie, I already want to throw this video idea out the window because the idea of just playing Dark Goggins cycle with Evo Ice Spirit and then Little Prince. Oh wait, no, I wouldn't want to play Dark Goggins because the Little Prince is what I want to be like the range card that kills everything. So what I'm thinking is maybe going Evo Snowball, taking out, yeah, go Evo Snowball. And I think I might just, I could go with Wall Breakers. I think that might be too OP though. I think the challenge will be going with Berserky. I reckon we go Berserky. And I reckon we go like that. So now the win condition is, oh wait, okay. We got Dark Goggins and let's go Evo Smeletons. I reckon that's going to be the play. Yeah, and we take out Dark Goggins and we put in Fire Spirit. And now, oh, actually, maybe we just do this. Yeah, let's just do this. And then let's just keep it full cycle. Yeah, I like that. All right, so our cycle is now 1.8. And we're basically relying on the fact that we're constantly going to have Ice Spirit and Skeletons evolution. There's no point in holding on to them at all. We're just going to have them all the time. And I hope that means we can win against KHS. Now, we hit 1 million subscribers today. And I'm one of the only YouTubers that has dropped down below 1 million subscribers back to 980 something because I was live streaming. I got really excited. I looked like a fucking dickhead because I got really excited over the fact that I hit 1 million subscribers finally, only to find out that somebody botted it. So that magical moment was forever ruined for me. All right, you know what? This is Machine Gun Little Prince mode, and it's absolutely annihilating everything. And I'm cycling my Evos here, which is kind of nasty. Okay, I will admit the furnace did snipe it. But you can see I'm already at Evo Smeletons. So let's go with this to tank the Fire Spirit as well. And then go for a Fire Spirit to kill that. And there we go. We've already got our Evo Ice Spirit and our Evo Skeletons, which are kind of both defensive cards, which makes me wish I kind of put in Evo Snowball. But the thing is, I wouldn't really use Evo Snowball in a cycle deck like this. And I can play Evo Ice Spirit on offense. All right, you know what? I'm going to go for a cheeky, devious, offensive Evo Ice Spirit because that will stop the Sparky. And I'm going to cycle a Vines on it. I think that's the point of this. And like, look how much damage we've already done to the Sparky. Okay, it's actually not that fucking much, I'm not going to lie. But let me lock in here because this is going to be a hilarious defense. Let's go for a Fire Spirit. And then, okay, we're going to have to go for a Kite here. We're going to have to go for a Little Prince. I do not want to tank the Fire Spirit. That will also tank a Sparky shot, hopefully. Very cool. Now we go for this, and Evo Smeletons. This is where Evo Smeletons can actually excel. I should have played them quicker, so they instantly duplicated around the Baby Dragon and killed it. But we are bing chilling. So I've got my, you know what, let's try and catch him off guard with a Little Prince ability. Nice. Knock that shit off. Oh, Guardian. I am a virgin. Alright, we're going to kite that, which is going to be cool. Little Prince is going to get a truckload of damage. Why is this low-key stronger than the Mortar Dick? Okay, you know what? Fuck it. This is, I got to stop holding on to cards like Vines. The whole point of this is doing shit like that because I know it's not like I've used a card that I really need. And then I've got to chip him down in situations like this. Cycle of Vines on his thing because I know I can get back to it. That's going to not activate King. Okay, thank heavens. And then I'm going to go with Skeletons here to tank the Sparky shot and then go for an Evo Ice Spirit to try and get some nothing. Alright, we're going to have to go with this, chat. We're going to have to go with that. And I know there's a bit of a slight little push happening in the other lane. But do not fear. You know why? Because of this. This is the play I'm talking about. Okay, the fucking... Alright, I used a zap. All part of my master plan, of course. And this is actually a big part of the gimmick, actually, just playing Little Prince and Skeleton Army Evolution to instantly kill shit. Okay, thank God that connected. I needed that for my mental. And we go with Vines here. This is another part of it as well. Vines being as good as it is, getting that shit so quickly. We're just kiting shit all around the country right now. I need my ranged prince to keep machine gunning. Alright, see you later. Let's go for a berserky for offense. Cycle to our ice golem. And this P.E.K.K.A. is going for a hike, man. Let me kite. Berserky, just do it. Just fucking do it, Berserky. You're a fucking king. And that is going to be a win. Holy shit. I didn't really think about... I like that these guys have got like a little bit of fight in them. They've got a little bit of dog in their eyes. But something I didn't even think about when putting this together is the power of the Berserker plus the Vines and the Evo Smeletons plus the Vines. It feels like I just constantly have those two in my hand. I don't know why. I started this video thinking that Mortar Evolution was going to be the fun part. No, no, no. All right, this is perfect. I'm cycling my... Oh, like he's playing Balloon and I have Little Prince Vines... Alright, you know what? We'll go for a little Berserky in front of this and see if there's any... Okay, little bro, I see you. And now we go for Vines and try and get some chip damage. By chip damage, I mean Berserky goes absolutely nuts on the tower. So yeah, it's like Fire Spirit splashes, E-Spirit attacks on the tower, like it's just constant chip. But against this guy, it's going to be interesting because he can chip me down with Balloon death damage and... He might do a decent job of stopping my spirits connecting. Let's see, though. I'm going to be... Oh, okay. Let's go with this. Go for a little offense here. We don't really have a choice. And we kind of have to rely on this machine gun prince to counter this. Okay, that didn't splash the tower. That's not ideal. All right, let's try and heat this up on the guard. It'll probably... Yeah, it's going to reset as it goes for this. Now we have to figure out how the fuck we're going to counter this. All right, we're going to have to do this. It's simply the only way, and there we go. Like, Vines is just so OP. Go for an Ice Golem to protect the Prince. And, okay, now we're fucking cooking with gas. This is epic. We got the Vines as well. There's no harm, no foul. Just cycle it there. Try and take down that Valkyrie with Berserky. And then, you know what? Let's go for a little Prince ability. I know it's going to die, but try and get some chip damage there. And holy smokes. We're dissecting this guy. And if he goes for a Balloon... Oh, I don't have my Vines, to be fair. Oh. Okay. That'll buy us a little bit of time, at least. Let's go with this. And then let's go with this. And then if he plays his Balloon... We need our Vines for his... Okay. We defend. We do defend. He has a lot of answers, I'm not going to lie. And we kind of... Okay, so now... We do it. We do the thing. Look at that. Look at that! That's insane. Alright, so he does have that. So I'm going to go with a kite here. Just kind of take that out of the equation. And then go with this Little Prince plus Evo Ice Spirit. Okay, did take the Skeleton Barrel, Skeleton Dragon as well. And he's going to go with a Fireball on that. So let's go for this. He'll have to play guards. And then let me cycle my... evolutions here. Cycle my Little Prince to get to the evolutions even quicker. And he's playing my game now. This is exactly what I want. Okay, I didn't expect that to get dragged to the other lane, I'm not going to lie. But that is huge, the fact that I can make that play. Let's go for Vines here to try and chip down that Valkyrie. Hopefully the Fire Spirit splashes. No, it didn't. Okay. That's fine. That's Vine. Do it for the Vine. Lava Hound at the bridge. In the back. Alright. So let's go for a triple spirit threat here. Let's also go for this and Evo Smeletons. Force out a zap. And he's going to go for a fireball. He might... Okay. I thought he might save a zap there. He's definitely BMing because he thinks the game's over. And he might just be right about that. Let's see. Okay. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god, this is insane. Okay, let's go with this here. Squeaker just can't get through. He's trying everything he can. He's going to have to zap. Otherwise, that just gets everything deleted. Very cool. And now I'm going to go for this. Force out a zap. I'm going to Vines, even though he's going to distract this. Okay. That Little Prince getting a couple hits there is not bad. This is going to be fucked, though. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, triple elixir is going to be not fun for me. Okay. Okay. Come on, dude. Come on. We've actually cycled back to Vines again. Alright. Let's try and survive here. This is kind of crazy. Alright, let's try and keep the shit alive as well. Oh, I fucked it. I fucked it. I was trying to cycle my Evos there. All right, let's go with this. And then, you know what? Let's bring this to the ground and go like this and try and counter the balloon. We need to get back to vines. Okay, we do. Okay, we are back to vines again. Vines, please save me. And then let's go for an ice spirit here. And then let's go for this. And I don't think there's any way we can... No, there's no way we can get through. Triple elixir I knew was going to be nasty. You know what? That's not the end of the world. Because I'm happy that we were able to, like... We forced him into a triple elixir overtime win. Come on, Torres. Drop the emotes on me. Alright. That's not the end of the world. But, yeah. The road to 1 million subs is still alive, I guess. Yeah, we got botted.